Hey guys, I'm going to share with you my crab cake recipe today because that's what me and Michael are having for dinner, and I didn't tell him. He is going to be very excited when he gets home later. So let's get started. What you're gonna need is some jumbo lump blue crab meat, so good, mayo, Dijon mustard, a lemon, 1 egg, some Old Bay, so important, and panko breadcrumbs. I'm gonna start by taking my egg here, and I'm just going to lightly beat it. Oop, we dropped that. Okay, I'm just lightly beating my egg here, and then I'm going to put that off to the side. Now I'm going to take my lemon and just cut it in half. I have my bowl that I'm going to be mixing everything in, so as we go along I'm just going to be adding everything into my bowl. So we need 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, I'm going to do like, sometimes I don't measure things, I just do with my heart. I'm gonna do like 2 squirts of Dijon mustard. Now I love Old Bay, so I'm gonna put a decent amount in here. Honestly, I'll just use the other side. It's probably like 2 to 3 I would say maybe 2 tablespoons of Old Bay. I'm going to measure out the mayo. I'm going to do 1/4 of a cup of mayo. Running low on the mayo here. Since like I've started cooking, I've never really realized how much like mayo goes in things. Like I feel like mayo is in a lot of things, and I always said to myself like I don't really like mayo, but I lied, I do like mayo. Now that I have all of that in my bowl, we are going to open up our crab meat. I love crab. I've like grew up eating steamed crab with Old Bay. My dad's from Maryland. Big blue crab, really any type of crab. Like look how good that looks. Okay, so I have whisked together everything we put in the bowl. Now what I'm gonna do is take some paper towels on my cutting board, and I'm going to empty out my crab meat on there, because what we want to do is kind of drain any of the excess liquid that's in there. So I'm just going to like pat it. You also want to be careful not to break up any of the clumps, because that's what we're looking for in a crab cake, big clumps of blue crab meat. So now what we're going to do is we are going to add the crab meat to our bowl here. I'll like break it up a little bit just so that it's evenly spread. You want to make sure you get it all in there, because you do not want to waste any of the meat. Crab meat is really expensive. Now we are also going to add, oh then I need to put my gloves on. We're going to add our panko breadcrumbs and our lightly beaten egg. So I'm just gonna add our egg in here. I have a cup of panko breadcrumbs. And now what we're going to do is lightly toss everything around. You don't want to be aggressive. You don't want to break up all the lumps of the crab meat. You want to lightly do this so that everything mixes well and combines well without breaking up all of the lumps. I'm gonna give you a better view here. So I'm just going to like this is a massive chunk of crab meat. We can break up into smaller chunks. So once we have it mixed up to our liking, it should look something like this. Oh, it looks so good. Baking sheet with aluminum foil, and we're just going to form our little crab cakes. Honestly, the size is dependent on how big you want them. I'm gonna do them about this big. And then after I form all my crab cakes on my pan, I'm going to put them in the fridge with saran wrap so that they can combine together and kind of like let the flavors marinate a little bit. Our crab cakes are looking like. They look so good. So like I said, I'm going to take my crab cakes and saran wrap them and put them in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour before we are ready to bake them. A sauce for our crab cakes. We are going to start with mayo. I really don't like to measure things. Oh, this is my empty mayo. So the mayo is really like our base. So I'm gonna do about half a cup of mayo. White vinegar, like 1 capful, maybe a little less. I love vinegar though, so. A decent sized squirt of ketchup. I have a half of a lemon here. It's quite small, so I'm just going to juice it and use all of the juice I can get. Then I'm gonna take some honey. And I'm gonna do about maybe 2 teaspoons worth. And I have some smoked paprika. Oh, wrong side. We don't want the big side. Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna do like about half a teaspoon of the paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder. And kosher salt. In here, should look something like that. Give it a good mix. We have this nice, like, pretty color. Of course, we're just gonna taste it. I think I'm gonna add some Old Bay. It's hard for me to not. Okay, perfect. I'm going to saran wrap this, put this in the fridge for later. I also have spring mix in the fridge, so I think I'm going to throw together a little side salad to complement the crab cake and the sauce. I feel like I love when a crab cake comes like on like a little bed of lettuce, and it's got like almost like a lemon vinaigrette on it. It's just so good. The acidity with the crab cake. First of all, lemon with any type of crab, chef's kiss. Okay, we're going to make a dressing for our salad. I'm thinking like a lemon vinaigrette, so let's do that. I have a little bowl here. We're gonna start with a lemon, A little tip about a lemon is if it's like hard, if you just roll it on the counter or your cutting board, the juices will come out easier. I'm starting with the lemon because I'm just going to squeeze it right in here and then take the seeds out. We're gonna use 1 whole lemon. I have my white vinegar. I'm gonna do maybe close to 1/4 a cup. And we're going to add about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And I have some honey. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons worth. Running low on the honey here. Whisk this all together. You might have to whisk pretty hard, only because the honey in there. Okay, that actually wasn't that bad. So what we have is something like this. Yes, I know. But we're going to slowly pour in olive oil and continue whisking as we do. Like close to 1/2 cup of olive oil. So I'm just slowly pouring it in as I'm whisking. This is like a workout. Partially because my olive oil bottle is like so heavy. I'm just gonna give it a little taste. That tastes really good. Black pepper. And we're also gonna add some kosher salt. And then our dressing is done. I'm going to put it in the fridge for later. It's time to cook our crab cakes. So we're gonna turn our oven on broil on high and let that heat up. They look stunning. I'm so excited to eat them. They're going to be so good. And then, like I said, we're going to do a little salad base, and we made the lemon vinaigrette and we made the crab cake sauce. I don't know if I said this before, but I didn't tell Michael that we're having crab cakes for dinner. He's going to be so excited when he gets home. Okay, we are ready to put our crab cakes in. They're gonna go in for about 8 minutes or so. Now we're going to get our plating ready. We're going to take our crab cake sauce that we made. We're gonna put like a dollop and give it a nice spread. We're gonna take some of our greens and we're going to place that on the opposite side of our plate here. Take our dressing that we made. Give it a good stir. Because while it was sitting in the fridge, the oil most likely separated from everything else. I'm just going to drizzle this over the greens. I can smell them and they smell absolutely amazing. I just know when Michael walks through the door, he's gonna be like, it smells so good in here. He always says that, even if like I literally didn't even start cooking yet and I just like did my mise en place, like he will be like, it smells so good in here. I'm like, I literally didn't even start yet. But he's so funny. He is like my #1 fan when it comes to literally everything and anything. He really is. He thinks my cooking is the best cooking he's ever had. Mind you, we've ate at like Michelin star restaurants. He is like so supportive with like content creation and all that type of stuff. Here they are. They look and smell so good. Okay, we have our 2 dishes. I am gonna take a little bit of Old Bay. Just sprinkle it on top. So now I'm going to wait for Michael to come home and we are going to eat and enjoy. My professional taste tester is here.
Oh, I gotta take a pig of this shit.
Phone eats first.
Always.
I already took a picture of it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so.
All right, chef, what do we got?
Okay, so we have for you a bed of spring mix with a homemade lemon vinaigrette dressing, a crab cake sauce, and then of course 2 crab cakes that I made for you today.
Oh my goodness. All right, well the plating looks, no, it looks great, babe. Let's see.
Good.
Oh my fucking God.
Is it? I broiled them instead of baking them.
Honestly, remember when I said last time this is the best crab cake I ever had?
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong. This is the best fucking crab cake I've ever had.
Is it? Are you lying?
Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
Sometimes I think he's lying.
I taste the Old Bay. And put a little more Old Bay, which I really like.
I did. The last time I didn't think there was enough. I love some Old Bay, so. How's the dressing on the salad?
Dressing's good. It's not invasive, you know, so it's not like overkill. Mm-hmm. But it's enough to give, you know, a leafy, flavorless green or a lot of flavor, which is good.
Good. Okay. Now
I love it, babe.
Now we're gonna eat dinner. Love you. Bye.